There's this weird shift that happens when you're in your 30s. You start looking around and you start questioning the life you've been living. You start asking yourself, is the life I've been living truly a life that I chose myself? Or is it just a collection of other people's expectations, things I was told to do, things that I thought I had to do, programming from my childhood, from my environment, from the media? I spent so many years thinking that true self-love was putting on a face mask, making a bubble bath, relaxing, or going on a shopping spree. And I had to learn the hard way that the truth was you couldn't buy your way or relax your way out of a life you settled for or you just never questioned. I was settling for so many things. I was settling for friendships that I was doing the heavy lifting and felt like chores. I was settling for a version of myself that was constantly tired and burned out because I didn't know how to say no. I wanted to attend all the events. I wanted to say yes to everything. I wanted to be productive because I thought that my worth came from how productive I was that day or that week. I was also doing and buying things that I thought I had to do in order to be considered a real adult. Then I decided to challenge it all and change it all. And I created 5 boundaries that really saved my sanity. I shifted from settling to creating an authentic life that I wanted. Boundary number 1 is saying no and asking for what I want right away. We are told that self-love is soft, it's candles, is baths, is being gentle. And yes, that's one part of it. But telling people no and telling them no right away is actually real self-love. Saying, no, I'm not going to go to that event. No, I can't make it to that. No, I don't like that. I like this instead. And being okay with losing people. What's crazy is that people will respect you more when they see that they can't walk all over you, when they see that you have your own ideas and your own opinions, that you are your own person. Also, being comfortable with having uncomfortable conversations up front. This will save you so much time later on. Tell people what you want. Tell your partner what you want. Want to celebrate your anniversary or how you want a proposal to happen. I told my husband the exact ring that I wanted. I wasn't going to have a Carrie from Sex and the City moment when Aiden got her that ring with the band and she hated it. Come on. I realized that he couldn't read my mind, and I realized that other people can't read my mind, and closed mouths don't get fed. Taking the discipline to speak up and say, hey, I want this, I expect that, is just a huge way to take care of yourself. Also, putting yourself first, because if you are not whole as a person, then you can't help anybody else. You can't be overexhausted and expect to help others. And another part of the boundary is speaking up and letting go of people and things that don't benefit your well-being. Here's the action plan for this boundary. Set a boundary right now, with any family member, with anyone that you believe you need to set a boundary with. And don't be afraid of losing them. Next time you have the opportunity, look someone directly in the eye and ask them for what you want. The worst thing that they could say is no. Cut your losses and reallocate that energy quickly to something else. Just because someone has known you forever doesn't mean that they belong in your current season. If they drain your energy, they don't get VIP access to your time anymore. Loving yourself means being the bouncer of your own life. So kick them out if they're not making it anymore in your life. I've been there. If someone treated me poorly, I find an excuse for them. I thought being nice was self-love. I had friends I'd known for years, and we had nothing in common except history. Every time I hung out with them, I felt drained, judged, like I had to hide my ambitions. I realized that history is not a reason to tolerate toxic people. I had to learn that access is earned, not giving. If someone only calls you to vent and never asks you how you are, that is an energy leak. Here's the action plan. You have to audit your circle. Who celebrates your wins, who makes you feel safe, to be unglamorous. Loving yourself means realizing your energy is a limited resource, and instead of pouring into those that don't add value to your life, reshift that and reallocate and pour into those that might add value to your life. I started also implementing a 24-hour rule. I don't respond to draining energy immediately. I give it 24 hours to decide if I even want to engage. You are not a 24/7 convenience store for other people's problems. Productivity is not your only worth in this earth. As creators and professionals, we settle for the lie that busy equals successful. I used to feel so guilty for taking time off or for taking a random Tuesday off. But burnt out is your body's way of saying your boundaries have been violated. In my 20s, I used to say yes to everything because I was afraid of missing out or losing touch. And I remember there came a point that I was so stressed that I was having some skin issues, and they went away once I dealt with the inner lining issue of being overly stressed and overly booked and overly hustling. In my 30s, I say no because I'm afraid of losing myself. Your time is the most expensive luxury. Don't spend it on people or projects that make you feel small. I implement the blackout hour, the blackout date. Every night at 8 p.m. and on Sunday, my phone goes into another room. No scrolling, no emails, no checking my stats. If you don't set a boundary with your technology will set a boundary with your health. Pigs get sent to the slaughter, so why are you competing? Someone close to me told me the story of the pigs and the farmer. He went to this pig farm and the farmer had all of the pigs out in one giant feeder. My friend asked, why don't you just give each pig their own individual feeder container so they don't fight to eat? He said, the fact that they are all eating from one feeder makes them eat more and fight for the food. And the fatter pigs get sold faster. Versus when he gave each pig their own individual feeder, they barely ate. What's the moral of the story? I'll give you a second to think about it. There is no competition. No one gets out alive. Enjoy your life and enjoy your journey before it's too late. If you ever felt like you're behind in life, just remember that the race was made up by someone. You don't get a trophy for reaching the finish line in time. You have the right to go against it and create your own timeline. Life is about making it your own and creating your own lane. It's okay to disappoint others. Just don't disappoint yourself. Other people have expectations of us. Parents, our colleagues, our siblings, our partners. And I'm hoping they love us enough and want what's best for us. But that doesn't mean that they are right. It doesn't mean that the career, the partners, the choices they want for you is what you want or what is best for you. They don't know you more than you know yourself. And it's important to consider advice. But at the end of the day, you do what you want. You are the one that has to live every single day with the choices, with the decisions that you made. And as the world changes and evolves, what worked before may not work today. So always take into account where the message is coming from, because the world has changed a lot from our parents' world, and that might just be something to consider. Also, listen to yourself and be ready to disappoint others, but don't disappoint yourself. There's more than one way to skin a cat, and you don't have to follow other people's rules because of how it's been done before or how they did it. Remember, you have to live with your choices every single day, so make them what you want. No one has all the answers, so write your own journey. Also, we don't have to parentify people that are older than us or that are our colleagues and just think that they know more than us. We know just as much, so just take into account whose advice you are taking out there. And if it does apply to you and what you want to take and what you want to leave. If you're watching this and you feel like you've been settling, it's okay. You can change the rules of your life at any second. That's what's great. Every new day that you wake up, you get to decide how you want to live your life. It starts with one no, it starts with one boundary. You're a person of worth, not because of what you wear, but because of how you protect your soul and take care of yourself. I don't want you to just watch this video and move on. I want to give you my 4-day self-love audit that you can do for the next 4 days. Okay, day one, I want you to write down one place you feel like you're currently settling in, whether it's a relationship, a habit, a job, something you said you wanted to do this year but haven't even started. I want you to just write it down. Day two, I want you to say no to one thing you usually say yes to out of guilt. I want you to say no. Day three, I want you to do one thing for yourself that has zero aesthetic value and that has zero productivity value, but makes you feel alive and feel so good in your soul and makes you feel at peace. Day four is I want you to audit your choices that you've made recently or throughout your life, and put them in two categories, whether you made those choices based on research and understanding yourself, or whether you made them because you felt like you had to and someone told you to do those things. If this video resonated with you, please share with a friend who needs to hear that it is okay to have high standards for yourself and that it is okay to put yourself first. Tell me one thing that you are done settling for. Don't forget to subscribe for more mindset and glam, and don't forget to build your authentic dream life. And I'll see you in my next one.